On the left side here, we have a custom alt ID from, I forget the gentleman's name, but a guy in Fresno, at the Fresno Regionals. He gave everyone there this great custom, it doesn't show up great on the camera here, but it's actually beautiful. It's very well done.
It's a bit too small to really show up on camera, but it's solid.
If you have a
metal
chance
too.
to check
it's
it
just
out.
So nice.
And then on the right, we also have a fan ID for Valencia.
I believe actually, this was Patrick Burks. He's the one that made it.
Oh, really? That he made the Valencia? Oh, yeah, I know it was someone in San Diego, right?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, looks like a Clan
click
Vengeance
the draw
strong.
twice, and he's got the Clan Vengeance. That's great. Gamble and start the Vengeance.
Get the Vengeance down, maybe. He has 1 click left, I think. Was that draw, gamble?
Draw, gamble.
Yeah. Might hold on to the Vengeance, just drop a breaker.
The Awkward Anarch hand special.
Yeah. Although, I'm not sure, but Jon Moormann might be on Art
That's
Lockdown.
A little rough. I'm not 100% sure I like the strike here.
Why is that?
Because if he is on shipment from Cannon, it's easy to clear out. You kind of want to drop the strike on the turn you're going to get action
run.
in.
Yeah.
Now next turn he might just drop Clan Vengeance and like poke, because he can just expect any ice to be prickly.
Right.
All right, click 1 draw. He has an inject in hand now.
And hitting a Kominer right now with Clan Vengeance out would actually probably be a good thing.
Yeah. Like if you poke Komainu, just jack out on the spot and draw back up, got their hand.
Yeah, and then Clan Vengeance hyper.
Yeah.
So Jon would probably not res a Komainu here.
So he's not worried about Komainu. Cortex Lock's a little rough. It's only 1 count.
Well, I know Jon is very concerned about hit points. It's all about how many cards are in your deck.
If we could get deck list, that would be amazing right now.
Yeah.
Just because it's so blind on the corp side.
We know Raj's deck pretty well. A lot of one-off influence cards.
Yeah.
Clan Vengeance, of course, 0. 2 of each breaker.
Okay. Install. Is this advance or is this shipment?
Looks like installed double advance.
Just naked. I mean,
so
do you risk it?
Well,
like,
you know it's not like a June bug, right? Because you've seen the deck list.
So or is it, we have not seen the
deck
list.
Let's assume there's not a June bug in the cut, and let's assume that Raj knows.
He's bringing out the credit trackers. This is a tank turn, or the click trackers.
He's just going
click
for
1.
NGO.
All right, yeah.
I love how we're excited about some crazy June bug play or something. Just NGO.
Could be anything.
Yeah.
It's aggressive secretary.
The aggro sec
playing
bluff.
4D chess.
It's a long game on the aggro sec.
Yeah.
All right, holding on to another employee strike, saving that one for later.
I mean, there is like legitimate prickly things it could be. More likely than June bug. Gene Splicer seems like it'd probably be right up the alley of this type of deck.
Yeah, that would be. But again, that's kind of good for Raj because you just take 2 net damage, charge up the Vengeance.
Yeah. And you definitely, as Raj, you do not install 0 here. You are reliant on the corp to give you the Clan Vengeance triggers.
But you'll get them.
Yeah.
It's all that Jon's deck does is trigger net damage, so Jon will lose unless if he. So we have the deck list. Thank you, Ben. All right. So here is Jon. All right. So yeah, we already have Raj's. We could go over that again in a bit, but here's what Jon's on.
Yeah, he's MWL'd Obokata Protocol, if you couldn't tell. He's on Philotic and 3 House of Knives. So this is kind of a standard, world style PU where it's all coming out of hand. He's only on 2 shipment from Kennons. Not a lot of assets. He's got some snares. He's got some Hokusai grids, 1 of Georgia.
I love the voter intimidation. 1 of voter intimidation.
He's got a bit more ice. It's a little bit pricklier. Kakugos, Aiki, Miraju, and Komainu.
Only 2 neural EMP. Interesting. And 2 AM.
Yep.
Wait.
He's only spent 4 influence.
That
Someone
can't
stop
be right.
this madman.
Wait, no, we're missing something there. That can't be right, is it? Wait, what's going on here?
Yep.
There's only 4 influence in this deck?
There's only the archive memories.
Wait, that can't be right.
Other factions don't do net damage, Brian.
Wait. I'm having a very hard time processing what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah, he's got some enforced curfews, and that'll be very useful to clear the strike. So he's probably looking for some of those. He's got distract the masses to shuffle back.
Oh, Komino just hit. This
Komino
is
just hit.
huge.
Yeah. Oh, he just got 2.
Wait, how do you res this as Jon? That can't be right.
And he hit an I've had worse.
Oh my
man.
goodness. Wait, because that
Raj is set.
That super
Yeah, those are
powered
both.
Clan Vengeance. Do you want to access? Yeah, just access. I don't
Yes,
know.
Raj, access.
What could go wrong at this point? You hit a snare and get more Clan Vengeance. What do we got? Nothing.
Keep it.
I am so confused
That looked like
right
it
now.
might have been an Obokata.
Okay, we have,
He's only got 3. Raj only has 3 cards, so that might be what it is.
which is fine because you just hit Clan Vengeance as soon as the mandatory draw and save it for later.
Yeah.
Is there any, oh, there's 2 preemptive in this deck.
There is 2 preemptive.
Okay, so yeah, we're getting the Clan Vengeance right now if that's an Obokata. You have to.
No, I don't think you do.
Really?
There's been a successful run. He can't get the.
Oh, so you wait until you
so
don't
click
make
for
the
3 credits. I
successful.
think you build up like a full Clan Vengeance.
So what's also interesting, he's only using the shipment from Tenon to score House and Knives, basically, right? And a Philotic.
Yes. But that does, if they never run, that does get you to 5 points.
And then you can whittle them down to the point where you get the Obokata.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the game plan.
Yeah. He's drawn a Mining Accident. That's just credit, or that's just a card in hand. Overdrawing, which is a little rough. I mean, you want to find the important stuff. Like, you definitely want some breaker to take an Ike or something like that. Okay, you got full value off that Clan Vengeance.
I just can't get past this 4 influence. Just can't get past it. It's
I mean,
amazing.
aside from a 3rd archive memory, what do you really need?
I don't know, maybe nothing.
There's no more Jackson Hammer.
I don't know
There's
if I've ever played Potential Unleashed, so I'm in no authority to judge this. I'm surprised. It's clearly worked for him.
That's the thing about PU is sometimes it just gets there.
We got PU with all influence on 1 card, all influence before, and we have Raj with influence just scattered around the deck.
Just a little bit of everything.
Yeah, just salt and peppered in.
And it's so rough because PU like is this is an inject?
Yeah.
This is the dirtiest inject too. That's so rough for.
We have another I've had
Jon.
worse in hand.
Yeah, another I've had worse in hand. He's got the full rig, unless that's Kakugo on the remote. Have we seen a paperclip? I don't believe we have.
I'm not sure.
But he knows Obokata's in there. And it's really rough for Jonathan. Because he doesn't have to build up like certain combo pieces, and if he just loses it to the Vengeance.
Yeah, I don't know what else he lost,
Looking
but
for 3 credits. All right.
oh, getting another Clan Vengeance.
Yeah. Just get 2 hands. Seems good.
Yeah, that's 8 cards that have been binned.
Yeah. And PU really wants to filter, so this is just so rough.
You can see how Jon is so focused on just the net damage that he kind of had to make that
distract
call.
the matches. That's a little rough.
Oh, that removes from game, right?
Yeah.
There's 2 distract the masses and 2 preemptive. Yeah, often I think you're just kind of cycling neural EMPs and snares with that, but he's having to put agendas back in, so. So at this point, does Raj just kind of try and, assuming nothing else, just try and get some accesses on R&D while the in-play strike is still up? Is that kind of a good line to take?
He got a lot of face-up cards on that. Distract the masses. There might still be points in there. Probably not.
Distract the masses is what, 2 cards you get back?
Yeah. It's the downside of, he has an indexing.
And he has the money.
He does have a lot of money and nothing to do with it.
I think there's no Mad Dash, though, I would guess. I didn't quite see.
All right, MK Ultra coming out, 4 cards in hand, and that's exactly where you want to be.
Yeah. So he does have to spend 6,
but you can steal an Obokata, is the main. And if you see the Obokata, you put it on top, you steal the next one, and then you draw up and hope he doesn't have double neural. But you can kind of prevent that, because he's only got one card in hand.
You'll also see in archives, if there's neural in archives, you can also use that to inform that decision, if you should steal the Obokata at that point. Looks like a lot of ice. Shipment
whiffed.
from Tenon on the bottom.
Yeah, that's a whiff.
And Archive Memory looks like the second card down.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, this kind of tells Raj that he just needs to kind of build up his board. Oh, that looked like Breach Dome on the bottom, probably.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Especially. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you check on archives after this?
Where's the money? At 17 credits and you got 11? Maybe. I mean, you know that there's still 3 cards to cycle cards out of archives.
But you've also seen like the top 5 cards. There's one unknown card in play in John's hand. And
we've already gone through a lot of cards. There should be an agenda in there.
Well,
but
he got the distract.
Distracted.
That was so huge.
I don't know. In this position, I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I would probably just build up board state and let him cycle the agenda back in, maybe.
But here's the thing: against PU, what kind of board state do you need?
Yeah, I don't know. There's one more Clan Vengeance in there.
Is that Nike?
Looks like
that's a Nike.
Yeah. Was that net damage, and then side game
to draw cards.
for the runner to draw cards?
Yeah.
Just breaking it.
Yeah, just breaking the net damage. You take the side games.
Yeah, I think both players usually bid 0 and the runner doesn't draw cards.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the runner can pay 1 credit to draw cards here, which could be good.
It's basically the Anansi sub, unless John's on the just mill them play.
Oh.
Yep, yeah, he is. Wants him to draw 2. And the reasoning behind this is there's a House of Knives.
House of Knives. Okay, so he
Snare
brought back
disarmed.
the Obokata, but lost to House of Knives.
Yeah, and stealing an early House of Knives is so brutal against this deck.
Yeah.
And an Archive Memories down, which is one of the best cards in the deck.
So there's one more Archive Memory in the top, I think the second card down.
Yeah.
Still another Distracted Masses and 2 Preemptive. This is gonna be a long game, I think.
But I think Raj learned the lesson. You gotta check on your. You have to immediately check on your Clan Vengeance.
So at this point, if Raj just kind of sits back, builds up Econ, finds in the last Clan Vengeance, I guess the threat is that Jon scores a House of Knives with Shipment from Tenon, right?
Yeah.
That's the only
And
real
there's
threat.
now an upgrade on the remote.
Okay, yeah, those are Hokusai or Georgia.
I think they're both Hokusai, but one of them very easily could be a Georgia.
Yeah. Oh, this deck also has 2 Enforced Curfew. Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah, that clears E-Strike.
Clears E-Strike.
Lowers their hand size.
Yeah.
It's very good for them.
And people are stim hacking, so that puts them at like 3 cards at the start of their turn.
Yeah. I don't think you stim hack against this deck, but
Yeah.
it's a thing.
That's true. Yeah, maybe it's just because it's 0 cost current.
Yeah, 0 cost current, like.
You wouldn't want to spend influence on a current here when
You
all
are on
your
damage.
yeah.
And
When all your influence locked up in Archive Memory, you can't afford it.
yeah.
Ben's laughing at that one.
All right. What do we got? Archive.
Oh, for the archive. Pull the archive. Okay.
Archived its best card in his deck.
Mariju. All right.
That's pretty good. He wants it to shut down indexing.
We've watched so many games today. I guess it was the last game where indexing entered the bin, right? So indexing's still in play somewhere.
Yeah.
I assume.
The issue with Mirju right now is if it fires, it shuffles. I think Raj has to drop this turning wheel. Like, he just needs to get this going. Oh, take 4. That's fair.
So he's risking a House of Knives,
Yeah.
but it's unlikely. He knows that the Shipment from Tenon is down the deck farther.
Yeah. And there's... I don't believe he put an upgrade on top. So that upgrade probably came out of his hand. He's probably seen all cards.
Wow, I think if Raj sets up another Clan Vengeance, I don't know if Jon has a way to win this game.
But he's only got one left.
Yeah, if he finds it.
I think he might have been a little premature on popping them, or at least not checking immediately
Because
after.
you can sit back a little bit and build up plays, build up an indexing.
Yeah.
And just know that he can't fast advance you if you have a Clan Vengeance with enough counters.
Yeah. And he's got to be careful playing too many cards. Like, obviously Career Fair is good, but it's also a hit point. the longer this game goes, the more that's going to matter.
Yeah.
Like, he wants to dig for clan vengeance,
Yeah.
but he also...
So he used career fair on the turn wheel?
Yes.
It might have
He
been
does not
worth-
want to overdraw.
Yeah, you're... Exactly. That's the biggest threat you
All right,
have
there's
there.
Rebirth. That's pretty big. He wants to be Omar.
Wants to be Omar, yeah. Is there anything else he could be that would be worthwhile here?
I think he should have burned the Rebirth into Omar immediately.
Yes.
Oh, we got a second D20. Quick for credit, Tron. I think in this matchup in particular, Omar is such a big deal because you make like Kakugo Doom servers, and being able to circumvent that just helps you so much.
I think the real threat for Raj here, like I'm trying to just see where this game goes in 24 minutes, is Jon scores like a couple House of Knives.
Yeah, and then you can't
just,
run.
Just turtles up, and like and Raj is, he's drawing cards, he's getting through his deck.
But at the same time, he's going to run out of cards if he's not careful. He needs more agendas in play, which is, there's Omar. Because Omar costs like 0 cards right now.
Right.
And every other place he run costs a lot more than that.
Is R&D or HQ better here? It probably doesn't matter, right?
think-
R&D might still be in the index there. Oh, we already saw indexing.
Oh,
this game.
he's counting cards. Yeah, the index is already fired.
Right.
He put a Miraju back. I don't think Jon took note that it was only 1 indexing, but
Mirage is still good on R&D, right? It's just
Yeah.
still a good card.
and who knows, at this pace, it might just be 1-0 time wind.
It could. I think it's going to be hard for Raj to maybe keep up. Maybe not. It's hard for Raj to keep up a run every single turn, but maybe not. Eventually
it's
it will be.
It's 2 credits to get through that Ike right now. So, and he doesn't have that much ice.
Yeah, how much ice there's in this deck here? I'll count it up.
It's 11, I believe.
All right.
2 Miraju,
9,
and
11.
then 3 Sentries, 3 Code Gates, 3 Kakugo. So yeah, 11 ice. It's Moore's already hitting the board, 7 already. And I believe there's 1 more in Archives. He's running low, but looks like there is a Future Perfect in his hand.
Yeah, for Raj, I worry about scoring out the 2 House of Knives.
All right, there's an Ike. It costs him 5 to get in here.
Certainly have to go.
Yeah, Raj could really use a snipe right now. But at the same time,
hitting that Future Perfect would be huge.
neither of these are Kakugo.
Doing the side games, I guess it just got broken.
All right. Yeah, he has to res these ahead of time if he wants them to fire. So, yeah, no matter where, he has to res them ahead of time.
Okay, and he's going to move Georgia to Archive. Yes, I love that. She's just jumping around. Yeah, that's amazing. Because Kagugo's somewhere, so
Yeah.
Raj could just bounce off Kagugo for turning wheel counters, but now Georgia won't let that happen.
And she's never going away.
Yeah. No, I think it's amazing. Okay, nothing.
Trash.
Trash. A breach dome, was it?
Trash Breach at home,
Yeah.
and I believe it's also going to be Trash Hokusai. Like, you got to get rid of that.
Oh, yeah, certainly. Yeah, he has the money. He just
Turning
have
wheel
to-
counter.
Unless we forget to do it.
Oh, he forgot. That's rough.
Yeah, I think you want to trash the Hokusai. Oh, no.
That's rough.
That is tough, because there's a lot of triggers happening with Breach Dome, and you just kind of lose track of it. That
Yeah.
happens. Yeah.
And what I think is actually really working in Jon's favor is I think a lot of Val's, value neural
Yeah, hit points.
hit points.
I mean, we're down in the second half of that deck for sure.
Yeah. A lot of people cut Hippos, and Hippo is actually very good against this deck.
Oh, okay.
But
Just because
people-
they're so low on ice?
Yeah, it's so low on ice, and you want it as grindy as possible because you don't make remotes, you don't spread your ice at all. You,
Yeah, I could see that.
being able to just shave 1 or 2 ice off the servers, especially there's the first
Wasn't
Philotic.
I thought there was a
House of
successful
Knives.
run on R&D. Did I just miss a whole
No,
turn there?
yeah, because he value knurled, and then Raj took a turn of draw, and
Oh, okay.
then, yeah. And that first House of Knives is a big deal.
Yeah, certainly. This puts him tied, so this puts a lot of pressure on Raj to actually go find an agenda. There's still 20 minutes
Yeah,
left.
and he's going to take pings, and he lost to the breach, to the value knurl, he lost an E-strike.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
E-strike is cleared. I'm not sure where the other E-strikes are. There was one in hand that got lost, so there's only one left.
Gain 4 go. Yeah, he's waiting for more threat to hit the board.
Maxwell, not going to
Quick
do
to draw
much in this
Maxwell.
matchup.
I think he has to poke HQ here. Like,
Uh-huh. Corp's on so much money that it's...
yeah.
Do you even...
I mean, obviously the very important agenda is probably not in HQ yet. Not until he does something to get shipment from 10 and back, but...
It's better to just run HQ here than to use Omar, right?
Well, the Corp's so rich. All of those ice are res.
Both players are rich, but you might as well force the Corp to spend money if you're going to spend money, maybe?
The only thing is the Ikes are like the
cheapest to break.
the best case ice for Val right now.
And they're still kind of
Like-
a pain, right?
Yeah, he does not want to hit. He doesn't want to hit a Kakugo. He doesn't want to hit.
Oh, the other
there it is.
vengeance.
He found it.
This is a tough call, though, because the damage also mills.
Yeah. He's
Okay.
moving Georgia.
Smart.
Does
So
not
now,
want-
now turning well. Okay, perfect. This is
Kakugo.
exactly the situation. John really thought ahead of the meta. Like, okay.
Pinged.
This is probably best situation for Raj because he needs to take this damage for Clan Vengeance, but he has to take it slowly, and at least he's getting added value of the turning wheel out of this.
Yeah. He really wants an E-strike up for this, though, obviously.
Yeah, this is eventually a losing play, but maybe he can go up to like 3 counters.
Who knows?
Yeah. Deck seems to be thinning.
All right, he's clicking to draw. He finally found a paperclip. 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
About 11?
11 or 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another
There
four-
is a finite amount, and
we're
this
like
is
on
another
sev-
shipment from
17
10.
hit. Oh, wow.
Oh, wait, no, this is install advance.
So this must be NGO, because I don't think you risk the game on this. Doesn't make sense, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's NGO.
Yeah, you just force them to waste a click.
Yep.
Oh, how's Georgia worried? Could he have moved? Oh, no, that would
No,
be a
I-
successful run. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out a way to cheat it. Counting the cards.
Value neural.
Yeah, once
This is an extra value neural.
once PU starts actually asking you to actually count up your stack, that's when you know you're in trouble.
Yeah, that's the crunch.
Hokusai coming in again.
Yeah. Hokusai. And forgetting to trash that R&D Hokusai
Oh, you know
is
what?
huge now.
On that run, he didn't use House of Knives. That was probably a mistake or
Probably a
unintended.
mistake.
I think you just burned the
Although,
counters, right?
yeah, because you just want to get as many cards out of him as
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah, that's 6 cards right there on House of Knives that you can't really do anything about as Raj. Oh, I think there's a Philotic in hand. I think I just saw Philotic.
I've only seen 2 E-strikes, but I haven't seen everything milled. So an E-strike might still be in play.
Okay. Yeah, there could be an E-strike in play. All that runner money, nothing to do with it.
Raj might actually just be on the
Curfew.
curfew out. Hand size down.
Sure.
And that basically gets them to spend an HP. Because...
Yeah, they have to at least install the card or discard it.
Yeah.
And either way is good.
And
That's
it's
kind of
paperclip.
it's
Paperclip.
kind of a neural EMP right now, right? It's like just doing 1 damage indirect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so Raja.
Discard paperclip.
Discard
There it is.
paperclip. I guess there wasn't an installable, a liberated, but that's not doing a whole lot for you.
And you don't really want to run for, like,
Oh no.
credits in the net. Is this another...
He's scoring? No,
Don't
just-
be another House of Knives.
What else? Oh, it could be a snare, right? It has to
is
be
he on snare? Yeah, he is on snare.
So this could be the Philotic, just forcing Raj.
No, it could be a 5-3. Because if you double shipment from 10 in. But one of the shipments is in the discard pile, so it's not that.
Yeah.
It can't be that.
I think there's a I think he drew a Philotic. There's a chance this is a Philotic. I think that's extremely risky for John to do,
Yeah.
but he might do it just for, like, Raj is really thinking about the snare right now. He knows there's 2 snares in the deck he hasn't seen yet.
Yeah. But also click 1, draw, run, because basically, if it could be Obokata, and if it is, that's really rough with the amount of HP left. But he still has to take it.
Yeah, but I kind of see this
Actually,
game.
I think you let him take I think you let Jon take the Obokata.
I think this game's going to time, so. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're just taking credits, calling it as a snare or a hokusai. I think it. Yeah, it's definitely a snare or hokusai. It's like it could have been a philodic.
And we have definitely hit the point where Hippo would have been amazing here.
Yeah. So Jon at this point is just waiting to draw the final. Well, there might be. Is there another AM or recur AMs? He's just trying to get a shipment from Tenon to score the philodic and take the game to time. Is probably what you're looking at.
He wants some sort of recursion to get the archive memories back.
You might take the 2 archive memories and leave the 10.
Komainu on the outside.
This is a pain to deal. You have money though. It's
he's been cooking for 4 for days.
Yeah. All right, so pretty sure there's philodic in hand. I'm not seeing other agendas. Just Hokusai you're hitting anyway. You're taking a House of Knife. You're losing like 4 cards on this run right now.
Yeah.
Ugh. 4, 2, 2.
And the funny thing about Georgia is you can never get rid of her.
Yeah.
All right, 6-4 MK Ultra, and it'll be another 6 for
Some
Ikes
massive
with
amount
2
of
side
money.
rings. And I think Jon does actually want him to draw on this.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh no, they're just skipping the side games. They're just
Okay.
straight skipping the side games.
I would definitely. I mean, I don't know the deck as well as Jon, but seems good. Oh, that was could have been a big mistake there. Jon accidentally picked up the snare.
Yeah. Ping, stim hack down. Mill.
No. Yeah, you definitely make him draw because you've enforced curfew it.
If he hits like a Philodic or another House of Knives here, it's huge.
What was it? Snare.
Ah, rough.
Oh. Okay. And he's drawn a bunch of cards because I think I've had worse.
It's not one at a time. Oh, he knows that it's all 3.
Yeah.
All right, so it's Mill.
Okay. This is really bad for Raj because he's going to have to discard down to 4.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
that's so rough. And he's tagged.
Look how quick that happens, too. You think with Valencia, you have 5 more cards?
Yeah. But he drew a little too aggressively. He didn't use the Clan Vengeance, right? He is tagged from the snare. I hope he remembers that.
Yeah, because you'll lose to Clan Vengeance,
Yeah.
which is arguably the only out.
Oh, he
at
does
this
remember to trash the Hokusai. That's good.
point. Although
not taking
he
care-
he lost 2 cards because he could have trashed it last time.
Yeah. And he's remembering the tag, shaking tag. Hopefully he plays like an E-Strike or something here. There is a turntable that's very relevant. I think he needs to drop that. Like now.
So if he were to do like Clan Vengeance, run Archives is kind of his play at this point.
Yeah. Because turntable can disarm.
Yeah.
So I think he needs to just. Oh, he played some money card instead. It looks like.
Wow. Looks like he has
Oh, did he discard turning wheel? We can't see it,
turntable.
unfortunately.
Yeah, I
Turntable,
can't see. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Another ice on Archives.
Bigger ice. I believe the Kakugo is already committed elsewhere, and that's why he's just mega icing.
So I think Raj has 1 more run in him, maybe 2, and it's going to have to be
4.
Clan Vengeance into Archives.
Yeah.
And you're probably going to take some net damage to power up the Clan Vengeance some more.
Yeah.
This is rough.
It looks like I have to assume the strike's been milled at this point. Either that or it's, last card in deck, like you do.
Yeah, it's almost not even worth it because all it's really going to do is save you 1 card from the PU ability, and you're spending a card to do that. It's almost not worth it. Raj just has to do 1 more
What
glory
he
run
can
on
do
Archives.
is he can run he can try to bait the Georgia and get rid of that. Because if he runs HQ, they have to immediately move the Georgia, and then he jacks out. And if they move the Georgia, he can keep going, and then they have to move the Georgia back and just make the Corp spend some money that way. All right, there's preemptive.
Yeah, I don't know if
you don't want to see that.
The Corp has too much money to try and manipulate Georgia.
Yeah.
Preemptive.
But it also just lets you ping archives, which you kind of
I think at this point, if I'm Raj, I'm thinking Jon has agendas in hand. She does. And what I need to do is I need to run archives, let one of the keys fire to build up 2 more Clan Vengeance so I get full value. Use the Clan Vengeance, access archives, hopefully with 4 cards still in hand. I don't know if that's possible at this point. And hopefully you just score an agenda and...
Yeah.
But you can't do that yet. There's still 9 minutes left in this round, and that means that Jon can just score out Obokatas with impunity. So
yeah.
Raj has to just sit back at this point.
Yeah, I mean, and we've seen it. He's been clicking for credits. This is definitely a go-to-time game.
Yeah, that Raj has no other option but to let Jon score agendas, whatever, and wait till your last turn, and hopefully Archives works out.
This was the great white whale of the PU matchup at Worlds, too, is just people who sit back and
it works.
Let the time work.
Yeah, it's amazing it works. It's a very good cut deck in this way. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if I'd want to place in the Swiss as much, but it worked for Jon.
He's got another snare in hand, so that's not an install snare.
Okay. What else could be? It has to be Hokusai then, right?
Possibly. It could be a Breachstone.
Could be Breachstone.
It could just be like a
absolutely, yeah.
Breachstone.
Let's call it as a Breachstone. Philotic might have been filtered through archives at this point.
All right, upgrade on archives. He knows what's going on.
Yeah, so that's the Hokusai. Wow.
Another option is run.
Ooh, he has a Mad Dash. That's interesting.
I mean, I feel like he has to use it eventually. There is a Breachstone in archives.
I don't think he has 2 more runs in him. I think he has exactly 1 more run in him.
I know, but I think that 1 run is Mad Dash.
Yeah, because all it's about at this point, it's not about getting to 7 points. It's about getting to your opponent's score +1.
Yeah. And as good as the shuffles are for Jon's deck, it takes time. I think it's time for Raj to bust out the copy of Moby Dick.
Yeah. Well, Jon might even just hold the Philotic shipment combo until his final turn and score it, and then, I don't know, the archives
There
plays.
is some threat on Turning Wheel.
There is some threat in Turning Wheel, and I guess you can't fast advance with Clan Vengeance being where it's at.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on right now, even though Raj is just clicking for 4 every single turn.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
I mean, what it comes down to is he needs the HP.
Yeah. He has, I think, 6, maybe 7 cards left.
When there's no ice destruction, like, available, or at least no worthwhile destruction.
It's not even really the ice.
Kakugo just becomes such a brutal card.
Yeah, you can't run HQ anymore. Like, you have to hope this outside ice on archives is not Kakugo.
Raj also might just be on the mill putt. Like, there's a distinct possibility. Jon might mill out. That deck does not look.
You're right. It's thinning out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
him.
That's a really good point.
Oh, that's rough.
This will certainly be the game right here, because the only reason Jon can't fast advance is the Clan Vengeance.
Yeah.
I think Jon built this deck he thought of all the different plays and counterplays.
Yeah.
This is the game right here.
1 to 2.
All right.
Yeah, goodbye, Clan Vengeance. That's so rough.
I don't know what Raj does at this point. What's his out?
His out is a Turning Wheel, like, it's either mill or Turning Wheel, like, snag 2.
Okay, so let's say he jacks out of HQ.
Okay, he's bringing back shipment from Tenon, 2 shipment from Tenon's into archive memory.
That makes sense. Oh, I didn't realize there was 2 shipments, and that was.
Oh no, it's neural shipment.
Okay,
there it is.
Makes sense. All right, so let's say Raj runs HQ to jack out. He takes 1 from Georgia, 1 from PU. Say he's down to 5 cards. Then he plays.
It's a real skinny cut.
Mad Dash on HQ. He can't steal Obokata anymore because of Hokusai. And
He'd have to
Kuzuko.
draw 2 cards to do it, right?
I'm saying he has.
He'd have to click to draw 3 and do
I'm
it.
saying he has 7 cards left in play at max. He has 4 in hand.
Yeah,
and
but 7 gets him there. He can't Omar run it. Oh, actually just a remote. Okay.
interesting. Interesting development.
Oh wait, no, that's the iced card. Or that iced card is the one from earlier, right? He didn't overwrite anything.
Maybe. What if that is an Obokata?
Oh man, the long con.
What else would be going on here? What if that is an Obokata? And John's just sitting back playing it cool?
I mean, once it's committed to the board, it looks so much like a snare that you can't check it. I do know that there is a snare in John's hand, though. So, turning wheel on hand, probably no good. You want a turning wheel remote.
Wow. That's a bit of a curveball for Raj right there.
Yeah, I think it's a breach note, though.
So is John just sort of forcing the issue and like trying to get him to run the remote to hit the snare or whatever?
Yeah. We're pretty sure it's not a snare. There's 2 in archive.
He just had nothing better to do with the ice.
Yeah.
Take 4.
Take 3. We have had to resort to a smaller D20.
You were totally right. Raj was on the mill plan until the Clan Vengeance got sniped.
Yeah.
And this is why John has so much recursion in his deck. It's like he needs to be able to hit Clan Vengeances with the
Yeah.
one voter. He has a lot of just counter cards.
Yeah.
Future Perfect. Is that Future Perfect? No, it didn't have Future Perfect.
He did have a future perfect in hand previously. I thought I had assumed he sent it to archives.
And I hear clapping. That's just they're crowning the new Hamamotos and
Yeah.
Legend of the 5 Ring. Legend 5 Ring finishing up. They had X-Wing here.
Whoa, he clicked for 14 credits. That's a strong click. There we are.
I didn't see that ability on my basic action card.
Yeah.
They're both just counting each other's decks.
That's the premium basic action card. Available to you for
It's a
$29.95.
mythic rare.
R&D is open though. Like he can just go there.
Maybe we can just
He's
go
got
there.
he's got the money for it.
Go there and just start trashing cards to mill
Yeah,
them
just
faster.
thin it out. 3 minutes left in the round. He's got to.
Oh,
he's got to go quick.
You know what here's what he should have rebirthed into is freedom to hit these like 0-cost operations.
Possibly, I don't know.
Like you're trashing my
No,
cards, I'm trashing.
Omar's so good.
Or I guess
I disagree with
I guess you
this.
go Edward Kim maybe. Yeah, Omar definitely did a lot of work, but
Yeah.
I don't know if it really resulted in any forward progress.
No, not really.
What do you do? What do you do?
And now John is the one that wants it actually on time because
Is he
I think he can fast advance out.
who's
Like,
the higher seed?
I don't know offhand. I believe it's.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
Raj is a pretty low seed.
we
I
think
don't-
John is the higher seed, meaning if they go to time and they're tied, Jon Moormann will win the game.
Yeah, but he also, I believe, just has the fast advance for the last turn.
It's tricky though. Let's say it goes to time and Raj has one more glory run. Let's
Yeah.
say Raj scores 8 points. That means that John can't fast advance because there's a successful run.
Yeah,
So,
which is the danger. But you don't want to commit too
oh,
soon.
Raj is thinking of drawing.
I think draw up and just run R&D. Like you got some turning wheel.
You have 2 minutes left. You might just wait. I don't. Ugh. If you hit a 5-3, then it's good. But then John puts an Obokata down, and then you're screwed.
Yeah.
Like you need this turning wheel to hit 2 agendas.
Draw.
We
This is
must
the turn.
Mad.
Dash.
Oh, he's going for the.
Oh no.
He's going for the remote. George is in play. What is happening?
Kakugo.
Don't forget that House of Knights. Do we have
Okay,
enough
declare.
cards in hand to hit Obokata?
I believe we do.
Wait,
He
there's-
drew. It's drew.
So we have
draw,
6
right.
cards in hand, and you're taking too much damage though.
Okay, he moves Georgia out.
Okay. Wait, so you're taking 2 damage from House of Knives and from. There's only 5 cards, right?
Yeah. It's one.
He can't
Oh,
s-
he
can't
should have
steal
saved it on
Obokata.
the last turn.
Snare.
Oh, it is snare.
Snare. Jeez.
That's 4 cards. He's got to go now. He's got to like.
Wait, he has 1 card left now?
Yeah, he's got 1 card left.
No, this game. He has 0 cards left.
Oh yeah, 1 because of the.
The Mad Dash.
The Mad Dash.
The Mad Dash. Yeah, so he didn't have Ronin in him because of House of He never even used House of Knives. Wow.
Oh no. Yeah, you never. But that would have been lethal from House of Knives.
That game was a weird game.
Yeah.
I said it was gonna go to time 1-1.
It did not quite make it to time.
Almost. Raj got psyched out by that remote too. That
Yeah.
happened like 2 turns previously, I think.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Or was it the turn before?
Well, he's got to consider that maybe it's because he brought back the shipment
and
from
you
tenants.
know time is coming down. And yeah, 10 in and oh.
Yeah.